Market and stock.
Surely you know what a market is. But here we will not talk about your daily market or the shopping market. We will talk about the stock market. Now, the stock market is made up of shops and shoppers like you, just like your daily market or mall. Only, these are very big and powerful shops called companies that make up industries. A shop is the tiniest form of business. The company is the whole business. And industries are what these companies belong to.
For example, do you see a L'Oreal salon in the daily market? Well, it belongs to a company called L'Oreal, which has many such salons all over the world. And the company L'Oreal is one of the many companies that belong to the beauty and grooming industry, just like Nykaa, Hindustan Unilever and others. Again, do you know the Kirana shop in the market? They sell so many different things. Let's take one example. The Dove shampoo that you buy.
It is one of the products manufactured by the company Hindustan Unilever, which is one of the many companies that belong to the FMCG or fast-moving consumer goods industry, just like ITC, Nestle, P&G and others. You are buying goods from the shops in the market, and you need to pay for those goods. Have you ever thought what the shopkeeper does with your money? Let us understand that to run a business or shop, one needs money. One needs money to pay for the rent of the building in which the shop is open. One needs money to buy the things from the manufacturers that are stocked in the shops, so that you as a customer can buy from them. And of course, one also needs to earn some profits by selling those goods to you. The shopkeeper utilizes your money to run his business and earn his own money, that is his profit. In exchange, he gives you the goods that you need. No market is complete without both buyers and sellers. The daily market exists because people go there daily to buy from the shops. If the people stop going, the market will vanish. Or, if the shops stop selling, the people will stop going to the market. A market is nothing but a well-defined geography of demand and supply. Wherever demand and buying power exists, a market for a business to sell goods and services will exist, provided the business can deliver the supply. Demand is incomplete without the ability to buy.
If you go to the daily market to buy shampoo and toothpaste because you have run out of both, but you can only afford the shampoo, your demand for toothpaste still exists. However, since you have no money, you will end up not buying the toothpaste. In a daily market, you are shopping for goods and services, while in a stock market you are shopping for the stocks of the same companies whose goods and services you are buying in the daily market. Let us imagine this as a very small example. You want to make a cake, but you have no money to buy the ingredients. So, you ask your best friends to give you some money so that you can make a cake, and in return they get to eat your cake. If there is more than one best friend, how will you divide the pieces of the cake amongst your friends? It would only be fair that the fractions be based upon how much each of them has contributed. Of course, after feeding your friends, you also deserve a piece of the cake since you have contributed through your efforts in making the cake. The same thing happens with companies too.
Companies need a lot of money to run their businesses. And sometimes, though very rarely, one may have all the money in the world to start and run a business. However, almost all the other businesses need to raise money collectively from a large pool of people to run and carry on their businesses. Companies raise these large sums of money by selling their stocks on stock markets. In other words, stocks are nothing but intangible fractions of the company's ownership whose monetary value may go up or down depending on how the company performs. During the early years of the company, when it is small in size, it may not need much money, due to which it raises money only from a handful of people called private investors. It is a private company at that time. However, with time when the company grows in size, it needs much more money that cannot be afforded by just a handful of private investors.
The company will now have to raise money from the largest pool of people that exists in the society. Well, what can be largest than the population of a country, or even the world? In other words, the public. The moment a company starts raising money from the public, it becomes a public company then, and has to be publicly listed on the stock market so that it is accessible to the public for contribution of their money. Now imagine this.
The cake you made. If you try to sell various pieces of it to customers, the money that you will make, you will have to pay back to your friends in fractions of how much each had contributed. Also, you would not want to sell the cake pieces at a loss. You would sell them at a profit, right? Now, you can keep all the profit in your own pocket and return your friends only the money each had contributed. Or you may also distribute the profits too, at the fraction each had contributed.
Why would you do the latter? That is to build trust and goodwill with your friends who had helped you when you needed the money, so that even in the future they will again help you in hopes of getting profits. The same goes on in a stock market. When a company is listed on the stock market, their stocks, also known as shares, can be bought or sold on the stock market by the public. As public, when you buy the stock, you are contributing your money to the company to help it grow its business. When the company grows and performs well in the future, the value of its stock will increase. Since the value is increased, you can now sell the stocks that you had bought on the stock market at the higher price, thus recovering your money and also pocketing some profit. This serves the dual purpose of contributing money to the company that it needs to run, while bringing in profits to your pocket. That is the sole rationale behind why people trade stocks in the stock market. Have you seen or heard your parents talking about the stock market or trading stocks?
Read more here.